When I was first diagnosed, I felt small, like my life had been hijacked by something I couldn't control. But once I got through the most complex parts, I realized I had a choice: stay quiet or speak up, and I chose to speak. I began sharing my story, not just to heal myself, but to help others feel seen. I started raising awareness, pushing for better access to care, supporting women still in the fight. Because breast cancer didn't just change my body, it gave me a voice I never knew I had. Now, I advocate for early detection, for patient dignity, for research, for every woman who doesn't know where to turn after hearing the words, "You have cancer." I'm not just a patient anymore. I'm a voice, a resource, a fighter. If you've walked this path too, your voice matters. Use it. Change starts with us.
When I was first diagnosed, I felt powerless. Cancer dictated my schedule, my energy, my life. But as I healed, I realized my story could help someone else. And that's where advocacy began. I started small, sharing my journey online, talking openly about mammograms, side effects, and recovery. Then I began volunteering, mentoring newly diagnosed women, and speaking at events. Every time I used my voice, I saw the ripple effect. Someone feeling less alone, someone getting their screening, someone finding hope. Breast cancer may have started as my fight, but it became my mission. I'm not just a patient anymore. I'm an advocate. If you've walked this path too, you have the power to raise awareness, push for change, and remind others they are not alone. Your voice is stronger than you think.
When I first finished treatment, I wanted to close the chapter and move on. But the truth is, my story still had work to do. I saw how many women struggled to access care, how many felt silenced by fear. And I thought, if I don't speak up, who will? So I started sharing my story, first with friends, then at local events, then in front of larger groups. Every time someone came up to me and said, "Thank you, I don't feel so alone anymore." That's when I realized advocacy isn't about being the loudest voice, it's about being the brave one who speaks when others can't. I was once just a patient. Now I'm an advocate, and my voice, like every survivor's voice, has power to create change.
When I first shared my story, I thought advocacy was about helping others overcome my challenges. But what I've learned is that advocacy goes beyond me. It's about creating change for the next generation. I've spoken to lawmakers about funding for screenings, worked with hospitals to improve patient support, and stood beside other survivors amplifying their voices too. Being an advocate isn't just about telling my story, it's about making sure every story is heard. From patient to advocate, I found my strength, and together our voices can move mountains.
I used to wonder if my story really mattered. But then someone told me they booked their mammogram because they heard me speak. That's when I realized that advocacy doesn't just raise awareness, it saves lives. I've shared my voice in hospitals, schools, and community events. But the truth is, you don't need a stage to be an advocate. Every conversation, every post, every honest moment makes a difference. From patient to advocate, I discovered that our voices are powerful tools for change. And when we speak together, our impact multiplies. Because one voice can inspire action, but many can change the world.
As a man with breast cancer, I didn't think my story mattered. But then I realized, if I stayed quiet, others like me might too. I began speaking out, reminding people that breast cancer doesn't just affect women. From patient to advocate, I found strength in breaking the silence. Because advocacy isn't about gender, it's about using your story to light the way for someone else.